Hey, happy Thursday. I hope you're having a good week so far. Kelly Eco's supposed to join us today on the show, and we have so much sports to talk about. Let's go.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you, yes, for being here. Today is Thursday, July 15th, 2021, and this is episode number 292 of Barry on Deck. As always, Barry on Deck brought to you by the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident, hit by an 18-wheeler, or just another moron on the streets, give them a call, 713-913-GO-AP. If it ain't your fault and you need to get paid, you need the AP Law Group. All right, folks, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. We have much to get to. You know, for a time in our country where it's not all that sportsy, it's kind of sportsy. Now, I will say this. There's a lot of off-the-court, off-the-field drama happening. Richard Sherman is in trouble. We're going to talk about that today. Dwayne Haskins is in trouble. Well, not in trouble, but he's injured. We got to talk about that. He got whooped up by his wife. His new wife knocked a tooth out. We're going to talk about that. There's been some tomfoolery under the betting of Wimbledon. Conor McGregor said that his leg was fractured going into the fight. I have thoughts on that, but we got to talk about NBA Finals Game 4. And don't forget, today is Thursday, so Kelly Eco of The Athletic is scheduled to join me. Now, I will say, we have exchanged some texts, and he has meetings with a source. He's not sure of what time, so we may or may not get us our Kelly Eco fix this week, but we're going to effort as best as we can. I'll send texts that make him feel guilty, just like my mom does when I don't go see her, so it should be good times. Hey, let's do this, though. Let's get to the chat. We always start with the chat first and foremost, and I'm super excited about today. I'm not going to lie. Now, look, I don't play favorites when it comes to the deckheads. I love you all equally. You all have supported me and made this show possible, so there's no way that I would single out any one person over the other. But I do get excited when folks like Christy get in first in the chat. She is the greatest deckhead in the history of the world for the next 2 hours, and then it's back to regular-ass Christy. But I'm pumped to see Christy at the top. She got the triple crown. By the way, Christy, thank you for your generosity and your $5 super chat. It's dope as shit to see it, and she got the first like, so it is officially a triple crown, Jeff Bell. Put her in the books, fam. Let's go. I love it. I love to see it. Well done. Robert Likes Beer said the king is here. That's true. You are the king. He's the king. Guys, you can get mad about that, but the fact is you all had the opportunity to be the king or queen of the deckheads, and you failed. So Robert is the king. And I think Cece is queen bee. I don't know who the queen is. Is it Jen? Is it Donna? Is it Cece? Is it Katie? Who is the queen of the deckheads? I have no idea. But we know that Robert is the king of all of us. Robert rules this whole goddamn thing. In fact, Robert is going to get to come onto the show at some point. I just need to make that happen. So we'll figure that out. White Magic said, notice Shelby hasn't won in a while and House hasn't really been here. Yeah, you know what? Look, I will say this. I was actually talking to Jen about this today. I know you guys have busy lives, and I know the conspiracy theory between House and Shelby, but I don't want you guys to feel like, if I'm not there for whatever reason, that it's bad. It's not. I know you have lives to live. I mean, just come back to me. Don't leave me forever. Come back. But go live your life. I get it. If House is busy, I get it. Also, it is kind of sus that House and Shelby never in the same room together. We're going to figure it out. All right, let's get to the rest of the chat, that is. Josh popped in. Appreciate that, buddy. Hope you hit that thumbs up. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Love you very much. Truck driver Pookie's in the building. Mr. 1% is here. PK, Penguin Katie is here. Oh, look, we have another weather update from Steven the Weather Guy. Current conditions at BiffNet World Headquarters, 90 degrees. Dew point, 73 degrees. Heat index 99, 100% chance I've gotten in a weather report every day this week. Yeah, buddy. And I love them. I really do, Steven. I enjoy them. It's a nice little added bonus to the show. So thank you for doing that. Yeah, let's do it now, Katie. Let's go. Hear ye. Hear ye. I need everyone to get out there. How am I almost halfway through this fucking bottle already? Am I going to have to take another month off of drinking? Hear ye, hear ye. Can we all get our shot glasses up, ready, and prepared? By the way, I need to figure out how many points Crown is in Weight Watchers. Let's see. Let's find out right now. Hold on. We're gonna look this up. I've had 15 points today, you guys. This is my point totals. I get 39 points. I've had 15 today. I had 2 Smart One Weight Watchers so far, so I'm doing good. But let's see how many points Crown is. Motherfucker. What? No! All right. So definitely got to be a lot less drinking or I'm going to be fat as fuck. But I'm doing this for you, boo-boo, because I love you, Katie. You guys, can we pause for the cause? And wish Penguin Katie a very, very happy birthday. Katie, my dear, thank you for all the Whisker Wednesdays and your support of this show and the deckheads and everything you do. And we love you. Happy birthday. I hope you get roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into. Or I guess if you're greedy like CC, you get both. I don't know how this works. Love you, boo. Cheers and happy birthday. Yeah, let's go. I don't know why that's my my go-to every time I do a shot. My hands just lock up like that. I don't know what the hell that is. But woof. Happy birthday. What's up, Walt? Who else is here? Truck driver Pookie, I mentioned. Oh, look. Truck driver Pookie said he popped Josh's Kobos cherry. That's good. Very good. Kobos is my dude. Matt Poche is here. That thing got my mouth watering. Aaron J. Bryan is in the building. D-Mata, Tony Garza, the Mr. Handsome himself. Who else? Joe Pro. Always good to see Joe Pro live in the chat. I really do dig it. Aaron Little is here. Eric Christine does, what's up, homie? What up, Deckhead's gonna watch the replay. Damn it, man. I like when you're in the chat, but whatever. Eric always has really good sports questions that create a lot of good conversation and topics. So we miss you. Francisco, what's up, dude? Keith Sager, how are you? Donna, my sweet Donna. Alan Denson, he said, what's up, Shat? Who else is here? Fidel and Robert Carbajal is here, and Uriel Villanueva and Terrence and DeMata and Nick Gamboa, and the list goes on and on. Charles Garza, what's up, dude? Dandy Dan, Stephen Luther. I'm getting them all in. Let's go. Robert Lakes Beer, Charles Garza, I already got that. Tony Garza, I already got that. CC, I just scrolled through. Okay. Let's go. Sports headlines. Let's do this. There's always that weird moment in this show, by the way, where it's like, how do I transition out of the intro, out of the, hey, what's up? How are you? And into the conversation. And I just have to go, okay, let's talk sports. Because in radio, everything I just did, it's 2:12. Granted, I started at 2:03. Go fuck yourselves. But normally in radio, we would be like, hey, warm up. Let's just all, you got to rub the clit a little bit before you get into the, so we, I don't know. Do you link? I don't know. And listen, I got sidetracked. But you would do the warm up segment and then you'd be like, all right, let's talk some sports right after this. You go to a break. I don't get that luxury. I mean, I guess I could. I could be like, hey, we'll be back right after this. And we're back. Welcome back to, okay. Maybe start with a phone call. I'm not starting with a phone call. We don't do phone calls on this show. Although that would be interesting. Would you guys call this show? I don't want a video chat. I'm saying, would you guys, because you guys have the chat. Anytime you want my attention, it's right there. You just, if you're like White Magic, you just give a take that infuriates me. Which I've actually come to appreciate it, because although a lot of the things he says infuriates me, I think it sparks some really good conversation. And White Magic has said 1,000 times, he's good with being the bad guy. If people are going to give him shit, he's fine with that. And I think that's why I don't go easy on him. Some of you that infuriate me, I have to like tiptoe on eggshells because you get your feelings hurt. Not White Magic. White Magic don't get his feelings hurt. He don't give a fuck about you or me or anybody else. And I like that. I respect the shit out of that. So it doesn't make his takes any good, but I respect the fuck out of it. Shelby, thank you for the super chat, sweetie. Holy shit. She said $20, people. Daddy's going to pay the light bill. She said, I'm cooler than House. I mean, you get no argument from me. And you're here, and House isn't. That's weird. Shelby, sweetie, thank you so much. And I'm not going to argue with you. I think you are cooler than House. You get no disagreements from me in that regard. And then everybody's agreeing with her. Yep, absolutely, you are. Yes, I missed the phone call intro, Luis Zelaya said. Yeah, I used to do that, right? I would start the show off and I'd be like, hey, I don't know. That was a thing. I don't know when that stopped. Here's the thing. I'm a believer in knowing when the bit is over with. And some of you, can take a bit a little too far or let it go too long where you wear it out. I'm a believer in, I would rather end a bit too soon than let it go too long. Whether it's the phone calls or whatever else, right? I mean, that's my thoughts. That's always been my thoughts. Even when I was on the radio, that we would do a bit and I'd be like, all right, I think this has run its course. They'd be like, no. I'm like, nah, we need to pull the cord on this and move on to something new. So that's just the way I think. Yeah, that's just the way. By the way, totally murdering the chat. See, I don't know if all of these yeses and absolutelys are my question about calling the show or if it's about Shelby being cooler than House. I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point. It really doesn't matter. Here's Geometry's back. You guys, Geometry's back with this random 2022 NBA records. The Hornets, 40-40. Are you a bot, Geometry? Are you like a bot where you just like, I do not care about topics on show. I post NBA records. Boop, 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 boop. I feel like you're a bot. Steven said, how would I do a phone in? Oh, that's easy. So one, yeah, Steven said, how are you going to do that? You're giving out your cell phone number. First of all, I would never give you guys my cell phone number. That would make, you guys would make it so creepy. I'd be getting all kind of dick pics from House. And he'd be sending me his butthole pic. I don't need that. I definitely, this is a fact too. White Magic definitely don't give a fuck about AJ at all. No, I would probably have, you guys know, I mean, look, I'm not as tech savvy as I used to be, but I can figure some shit out. And I would probably just have a Google number that you would call, and then I would patch you in. But I feel like the chat is good enough. I put your stuff on screen, and we address your conversation. Is it about having your message heard, or is it about hearing yourself on the show? That's what we need to ask ourselves. And I'll tell you this, and this is not to offend anybody, because I too was a caller to radio shows back in the day. But I will tell you that there is the pervasive thought in radio that callers don't make the show better. I think chat makes this show better. But if you asked me, do callers make a radio show better? I think it really depends on the caller. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to call out any former suspects, but I will say this. Some suspects that called the show made it better, made it fun, made it funny. Others thought they were fun, thought they were funny, and really just ruined the momentum of the show when they call, but you always feel obligated to take those calls. Now, the beauty of this is I can find in the chat what's good, what's good, what's not good, and include that in the show the way that I think would make the show better, right? However, I said I wasn't naming names, Donna, but she did. However, I I do have, I mean, I could selectively, weave it in and out, and that way I kind of have control over how I want the show to appear to the general public. So I will say, there are good callers, there are bad callers, there are good chatters, there are bad chatters. I mean, at the end of the day, Geometry's what magic's murder. At the end of the day, I just think if you don't bring something funny or entertaining, bring something interesting. And that's important. If you're calling a show or you're chatting or whatever, that's it. Calling the shower, put us on speaker. No, I'm not putting you guys on speaker. Talk about show content. What would that be? I don't know what that would be. What would that be? Maybe I should bring the weather reports at the end. Why? Why would no? I like them at the beginning. What is this? I would call the show, post the number right now, and I'll call with a good take. I don't have a number. Now, I saw somebody mention that there is a Podbean app that we use to try to go live on audio only, which as soon as let me turn on FlexCam for a second. As this is the sad thing. You see this bad boy right here? You see this computer right here? It's off. It's not working. And that makes me sad because something died. I built this motherfucker in October with the plans of migrating off of so I had, by the way, my office is dirty as fuck, so you fuckers better not judge me. That's all I'm saying. I don't have time to clean. But this is my messy ass desk. But this is what the show is running off of right here. This little bad boy, this little MacBook Pro that my wife bought me 5-6 years ago. This is what the show is running. The show should be running off of this. It's running off of this. That's not good. Also, can't use the goddamn PlayStation. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm locked out of my account on Activision. Fuck you, Activision, bitches. Nonetheless, the show, if I migrate over to the PC, I could set up Podbean, and then, yeah, we could have maybe some callers if that's what we wanted. I don't know if that's what we want. I hate callers on radio for the most part. Yeah, like I said, some of them are good. A lot of them think they're better than they are. Steven said it's totally about hearing ourselves on the YouTubes. Okay, well, I like that you admit it. That's good. 95% of callers are terrible. Gilbert is an interestingly good one. What's up, Rudolph? Thank you for the message that I approve of always. I was funny as fuck, Cece said. You're welcome. Thank you for your... the thing I love about Cece the most is how humble she is. The 790 callers are terrible. It's got to be old white dudes, right? I don't think we should be doing the shift. White Magic said, when I called in, I always had to threw in a joke or two and ended with, I'll hang up and listen because I want to hear y'all discuss it. True. What's up, Terrence? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. I know Katie. He's always macking at me. Oh, stop it. Fuck that guy. You Mike Lurkin wishing you would give out a phone number. Fuck that dude. That dude didn't know how to limit himself. Oh, yeah, facts. I was the very last caller on Houston Game Day, crying, of course. Yeah, D Mata was a Game Day OG, man. So was Don. I just wanted to send you pics of my long bro. Yes, there is a call-in option. FlexCam. Yeah, FlexCam hadn't been around in a while. Play the rest in peace music for the computer. Let's do a dramatic turn. That's all I can zoom. All right, that's all you get. Rest in peace to my computer. Rest in peace to the PlayStation. Rest in peace to my radio career. I'm gonna miss the PlayStation the most out of those three. Why? All right, I'm back. Shut the fuck up. Let's see. By the way, I don't often brag, but my fake cry, it's so genuine and real. Yeah, rip to Activision. Fuck them hoes. Too much? No, that's inappropriate. Send it to me. I got you, B. What? Oh, my computer? You're going to fix it for me? I wish somebody would. So the some bitch turns on, but I don't get any power to the monitor. Like the monitor, like I don't get a screen. First of all, it doesn't post. And then I don't get anything on the screen. So I have to troubleshoot it some more. I've taken some shit out, but I actually ordered new RAM because I thought that might have been it. It came in, put the new RAM in, didn't work, sent the RAM back. Because, daddy doesn't have extra RAM money. And then now I've got to figure out, I'm hoping it's not the video card on the computer, because if so, I'm fucked. Because there are no video cards. There are 0 video cards available anywhere that are worthy of streaming on and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what Matt Poche, that's a good question. I actually ordered a little mini speaker to put on the motherboard so I can check the beep codes next. That should be here. Today's Thursday. That should be here today. It is a gigabyte. I don't know what it is. I'd have to go look at what I purchased, but it's a pretty nice video card for what was available. It actually was pretty nice, but yeah, I don't know. That could be a few things. I've built multiple computers. Yeah, look, I used to teach A+. If you guys don't know what that is, some of you in the computer industry probably know that, but I used to actually, I know you guys like to fuck with me about technology, but back in the day, I used to teach people about building PCs and troubleshooting and all that shit. Now, that was 98, 99, 2000. I'm 20 years out of the game when it comes to building PCs and troubleshooting and shit. But the troubleshooting skills are still there. I mean, I literally removed everything but the CPU and fired it up. And that didn't work. So now I took out the CPU, fired it up. Nothing happened. So I feel like what I'm going to do, somebody suggested just leave in the CPU. Yeah, and then I got old. So I'm going to try a few more things. A+, yeah. A+ was both. A+ was hardware, software. A+ was like building a computer, Windows 95, and some basic networking. Yeah. That's it. I used to be an internet tech, self-taught. There you go. I didn't give the beep code without the add-on speaker thing. What? I don't know what that means. I got out of the game after Windows 3.1. Shut up, Tony. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's do some goddamn sports. Enough about me. Hey, here's your sports headlines. Adam Schefter is saying that the Eagles, the Eagles are more equipped to pursue Deshaun Watson than any other team in the NFL. I don't know about that. But that is according to Adam Schefter. He feels like that eventually when these things blow over, or Jalen Hurts is supposedly the man out there, but every time you talk to somebody about the Eagles, they're saying, well, they're going to see what he's got. Let's just see what he has. Well, either you believe in the dude or you don't. So maybe that's what Schefter is saying. Hey, look, we're gonna move on from him. If we could have Deshaun Watson or Jalen Hurts, 1,000% you're going Deshaun Watson, no doubt about it. So if they can make that happen, they can make that happen. Texans fans can't be happy about getting Jalen Hurts. I guess Luis Zelaya is. That's a significant decline. I mean, I would rather have some first round picks, some second round picks, and then maybe see what happens from there. You didn't get to pick high. You didn't get your draft pick this year. So we'll see. If Jalen Hurts is just a throw-in the deal, okay. I'll be honest with you. At this moment in time, at 2:27 on July 15, 2021, I think I would rather have Tyrod Taylor than Jalen Hurts. Right now. 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now, that may be very different. But right now, in this moment, if you're not going to have Deshaun Watson, I think I'd rather go Tyrod Taylor than Jalen Hurts. But if you're going to tell me that they're going to get ones and twos and, depth on defense where they really just were awful last year, and you're going to get maybe, some help in other places plus Jalen Hurts or whatever, great. But right now, I would rather have Tyrod Taylor than Jalen Hurts. That doesn't mean that won't change. Like I said, that doesn't mean that won't change. Jake said, just get Vince Young way cheaper. Oh, my God, Jake, you're the... Oh, and this is why I would never have a call-in number. Because I got to see dumb shit like this in the chat. And I know you're joking, but that's just ridiculous. All right, back to the headlines. Jake ruined that conversation. Next, Sacramento Kings are interested in a trade for Ben Simmons. However, they swear that they won't trade De'Aaron Fox to get him. We'll see. We'll see. Are you sold on a duo of De'Aaron Fox and Ben Simmons as a legitimate 1-2 punch in the NBA? You're gonna put Ben Simmons at the 3? You're gonna let him do something like that? You're gonna put him at the 4, let him put his back to the basket? Because I don't know, man. Ben Simmons has a lot of great superstar-ish qualities, but his deficiencies are so bad. You really gotta wonder. What can he do now? Like, yeah, and White Man said no. Both are pure point guards. That ain't gonna work. But again, maybe that's what their thought is. Well, let's put Ben in a different position. I mean, obviously, you're not going to have him as a shooting guard or a wing 3 that's going to be knocking down trays from the corner, a la PJ Tucker or anything like that. However, maybe he becomes now Giannis is a bad example because he shoots threes. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you do with Ben unless you're just like, all right, Ben, your job is just to distribute and get to the bucket. Don't get fouled, player. Please don't get fouled. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Excuse me, but apparently the Sacramento Kings are super interested in that, so we'll see what happens. The Clippers, I find this to be a little awkward at the least, but the LA Clippers had no idea Kawhi Leonard was having knee surgery until his camp told them about it afterwards. How does your superstar do this and you don't know? How are you not in contact with him and his people a couple times a week? What's going on? What are we doing? Are we going on? Are we moving on? Are we getting surgery? Are we rehabbing? What's going on? Wow, that's just weird, man. I tell you what, the people that run Kawhi's camp, the people in charge of Kawhi Leonard's career and everything, I don't know what their reasoning is for some of the shit that they do, but if I'm the Clippers, I'm livid. I don't know if they were or were not involved in these conversations, and I hope that they were. But to read a headline like that and figure out that the Clippers didn't know he was having surgery until afterwards, that's bad news, man. That's bad news. And when you read shit like that, you know he's a great player. But man, if there's rumors that he wants to go to LA or he wants to go to Dallas or other places or where, I don't remember where the other one was. Would this make you shy away knowing that the people that are handling Kawhi do these kinds of things? This isn't the first time, by the way, but would it make you hesitate to bring a Kawhi Leonard into your camp? Probably not, just because the dividends on the court far exceed the frustrations off. But man, I don't know. And Amos has a good point. Maybe they don't trust the team doctors. Maybe the team doctors will be like, you're fine. You don't need to take time off. But you know what? And I'm fine with that, Amos. If I'm Kawhi and Kawhi's camp and I'll be like, hey, look, all due respect, we're just going to go this route. But you could keep them informed. You don't find out he's had surgery until after. No, fam. I would be like, hey, we're going to go get this. And then the Clippers might be like, well, we don't want you to. Well, cool, but we're going to handle this. We just wanted to keep you informed. We're not asking your permission. We're letting you know. Golfer Jay has a great point. Isn't this the same thing he did in San Antonio? Yeah, it is. By the way, I remember that photo. Good. I like the Avi. Welcome back to the program. He did do this in San Antonio. And I'm glad you brought that up because that's the point I was making. This isn't the first time. So it kind of makes you question. Kawhi is one of those guys that he seems pretty quiet, and I don't think he just lets his people do his thing. The problem is he doesn't have great people necessarily. So, Luis Celaya says, so we're just going to ignore the house looks like Gallo's doppelganger. I don't know about that. Why would you bring that up in the middle of a Kawhi Leonard conversation, Luis? Players are in the NBA. Nothing teams can do. Oh, I agree, PP Dubs. I agree. But you can at least keep the team informed. That's all I'm saying here, folks. How do you find out after the fact? They could have been like, hey, again, not asking permission, just keeping you in the loop. Kawhi's going under the knife this week. We'll let you know how it goes. And the Clippers might be like, but, we don't care. We're doing this. I don't know. Yeah, but still, you know what? Hey, I get it. I understand that. But the fact of the matter is, you could still at least keep them in the loop. But you're not like, okay, white magic. Sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission, but it's his body. He doesn't need permission. Because if he did, let's think about this reasonably now, white magic and everybody else that's kind of if this was a case where he had to get permission to do this, he would be fined or chastised. None of that's going to happen. It's his body. It's his right. The Clippers and NBA teams and sports team in general provide doctors and folks like that so that the players don't have to pay for it. But if they want to, they can go do that themselves. There's no rules against, hey, man, I got a bum elbow and the fucking training staff here doesn't think I do. I'm going to go get it worked on. So, yeah, if it's not in the contract, he doesn't have to say anything. I understand that, but I'm just saying, when it comes to something that significant, you would think you would just keep your employer in the loop. Just keep them in the loop. That's it. They're not going to change the outcome. I'm not suggesting that you get their permission. You don't have to. I'm just saying, hey, this is Kawhi's manager. Just wanted to let you know, a week from today, he's going to get knee surgery. Well, we don't know. Doesn't matter. Just letting you know. Thanks. Have a good day. That's it. That's all you got to do. And now at least they know, okay, we know what's going on. So Jeff Bell said, I met Barry Sonic fixing their water heater, really clean kitchen. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, Jeff Bell, one of the few deckheads that knows where I live. Well, I think I accidentally showed my address one day. Jeff Bell been in the house. One of the few deckheads that's been in the house. How many deckheads have been inside of my home? Jeff Bell, KD, Josh, 713 Hooligan. I let a hooligan in my home. I think that's it. And that is true. CC. It's his goddamn Ray. That is true, Ray. What's up, man? I must have missed you earlier in the chat. CC, it is his uncle, man. He's a crazy person. You've been inside my home. That is true. I have been inside of Katie's home. I'm thinking, how many decades have I been over? No, you're not. No, Tony, you're not coming. I'll move before I let you come to my house, Tony. I will fucking move. Back to the headlines. This is taking forever. Yankees are rumored to be eyeing Joey Gallo. Good for Joey Gallo. Bad for the Yankees. Oh, great. Let's go get another guy that we already have. Let's go get another slugger that strikes out a lot. Cool. Let's go get another Carlos Judge Sanchez. Great. Trevor Bauer's administrative leave has been extended to July 27, so no telling what's going on there, but it obviously isn't good if it's taken that long. Lastly, the NFL returns, people. August 5th, let's go. Hall of Fame game will happen August 5th. It's Dallas versus Pittsburgh. That'll be your first NFL game of the 2021 season. So that'll be dope. I'm looking forward to that. This isn't one of those things where I'm like, I love football so much, I nut when the schedule comes out. I'm just glad to have more shit to talk about, if we're being honest. Sports stories for the show, headlines for Barry on Sports for jokes. I'm here for it all, right? Like without any of that, that was the one thing when I did radio that I was confident in. If there was no sports like during the pandemic or during the summer off season, I felt like myself and the squad on The Usual Suspects, I felt like we shined. I know me specifically, I don't need sports to be able to talk for 2 or 3 hours. But a lot of folks in this business, a lot of folks in that business, I should say, a lot of folks in radio, man, you don't have sports and they're fucking, it's all like, you remember the 73 Pirates were pretty good. Okay, I need you guys to calm down. White Magic's out here listing names. What's up, Scott Hansen? Good to see you, buddy. Tyler Moss said, I do. Yeah, well, you jerk off when the schedule comes out. Well, that's not creepy at all. All right, more sports. We got them. Let's go. Let's get to it. Let's talk NBA Finals. Game 4. Bucks have evened up the series 109-103, and I'm here for it simply because I had Bucks in 6. I was, man, I remember everybody in this chat, all you stupid asses were talking sweep. Oh, Jesus, thank God. I look like a fucking idiot now. They knocked off a couple games. They did what they're supposed to do. You get 2 games at your court. We get 2 games at our home court, and then it's a 3-game series, and that's exactly what it is. Bucks looked good last couple of games. Suns looked good the first couple of games. I anticipate going home, the Suns going home and taking game 5. Which, as you know, Magic Johnson says is a critical game. Every game's important, but you know. What up, Perry? How are you, buddy? So 109-103 Bucks. Now, Golfer Jay's saying talk about the refs. Here's the thing. I have your stats. I have some information about the game, but Daddy had a private gig last night that went until 11:40. And then I got home and had work to do, and I did my work. And then I sat down on the couch. I laid down on the couch at about 1:30. And I was like, all right, I got to watch this game because I got to be able to talk about this tomorrow. And then I fell asleep at halftime. So I missed the best part of the game. And then I woke up this morning and I was late for my meeting with Jen and I was exhausted and I just never had a chance to catch up. So I missed the entire second half of this fucking game. I'm angry about that, but I have things to talk about, right? Bucks 109, Suns 103. Devin Booker with 42, Middleton with 40, Ayton and Antetokounmpo leading in rebounding 17 and 14. Chris Paul with 7 assists, and Antetokounmpo with 8 assists. You see the rest of the stats there. Phoenix shooting 30% from three-point range. I'll be honest with you. If you looked at the stats but didn't look at the box score and you saw Milwaukee shooting 24% from three-point range, 40% from the field, why is that up there twice? I put the wrong shit on the slide. Then you're going to see that. And you're going to be like, wow, there's no way that they won this game. But that's exactly what happened. You didn't have a great, you had timely and key moments in the second half. I'm aware of Chris Paul dribbling the ball off his foot, several turnovers, which last couple of games, he's been a little bit turnover prone. They talked about it on the broadcast, early part of the game. Devin Booker's been playing out of his fucking mind. I think we all can acknowledge that. In fact, he broke a record. Most points in the most points by a player in their first postseason. He has passed Julius Erving and Rick Barry and now sits atop that category or that stat with 542 points in his first postseason. Rick Barry had 521. Julius Erving had 518. So that's good company to keep. Devin Booker is legit. But there were some key moments in that second half that you guys saw. I didn't miss. But one of them was this moment when Giannis came up with a huge block.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up.
Oh, where did that come from? All right, folks, there's no reason he gets this block, right? If you look right here, he's out of position. He is on the ball. You got 3 guys. Hey, you got 3 dudes that have collapsed on Devin Booker, leaving DeAndre Ayton all by himself. No reason this should happen, but Antetokounmpo, as quick as he is and athletic as he is able to turn around, leaves his feet, doesn't even wait to see what's going to happen. You guys, come on, fam. And then he flexes on the other end.
What a block from Giannis.
I saw a headline or a question. I don't know what website it was. Is that the best block in NBA Finals history? Does that surpass LeBron's trailing block when he was with the Cavs and pinned that shit against the backboard? Because I think that one might have go down as the best. I don't know if this does because LeBron had to chase down the play to get it, but Giannis was out of position. There's no reason he gets to that. But as big as he is and the steps, he could cover the lane in one step. And it was a pivotal moment. If you look back at the video itself, if you look back, look at the box. It's 101.99. This dunk ties it up with 1:16 left. That's important, man. That's a big deal. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what you think. I think it definitely goes down as one of the best blocks just because of the magnitude of it. You didn't see it coming. It was 110 left in the game. Total Dallas says only if they win the chip. I don't think, though. Yeah, that was Olajuwon Love. That's a good point, Tony. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see what's going on here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the chat at the same time. I think it goes down as one. I still take LeBron's just because of how much distance he had to close. Giannis just had to get from one side of the lane to the other. It was a bang bang play. Once the ball left Booker's hands, you have, split seconds to react. But, and White Magic has a good point. It wasn't the crispest pass ever, but that was going to be 2 points. If Giannis just turns around to see if he's got weak side help, then that would be an instinct. A lot of guys would see the pass and watch the pass. But you got to give credit because Giannis, instead of watching the pass and seeing if he maybe had weak side help or not, instead of doing that, he reacts to the pass and goes to the point where the ball is going to be, and that's why he got the block. It's pretty goddamn good play. I'll tell you that. Okay. Scott says James's block was better. I'm good with that. I agree. But this is up there, man. It was pretty legit. Also, you had some other controversy in the game itself. So you had Devin Booker breaking the record. You also had apparently, this was not the best, most well-officiated game. You saw Golfer Jay talking about it a little bit. Then you saw this foul, which wasn't a foul. And by the way, Devin Booker playing with foul trouble in the second half was a contributing factor. He had to sit out for, 5 or so, 6 minutes in the fourth quarter, or was it the third quarter? Whatever it was, pretty significant. Allowed the Bucks to get back into the game. And as hot as Devin Booker was, they needed him. But they shouldn't have had him. They shouldn't have had him because, folks, that's a foul. I don't give a shit who you are, where you play, playground, NBA, CBA, ABBA. Oh, that's a group. It doesn't matter. This is a goddamn foul. I mean, also, this is sexual assault. I mean, let's be real. This isn't just a foul. This is assault. This is a murder. This is bad. How this isn't called a foul, I'll never know. If I'm the Bucks, I would have been fucking livid, especially if you lost this game. Now, fortunately, the outcome was what it was, and this becomes really a non-factor. But the fact of the matter is, that lets you know right here how big of a superstar Devin Booker really is and what the NBA actually thinks of him for this not to be. This is... You know who gets this call? LeBron, or doesn't get called for this? LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Giannis. So this is letting you know right now what the NBA thinks of Devin Booker. He's a superstar. He had 5 fouls. They want him in the game. They don't want him fouling out. And that's exactly why this wasn't called. It wasn't because it was a clean block. It wasn't because he didn't get, right there. He got ball a little bit there, but he's also already made contact with the body. So even if you want to tell me, hey, the hand is the ball if they're touching, right? That's in the NBA, that'll tell you. You can slap the hand if it's holding the ball. That's not a foul. Okay, well, maybe not, but he did get ball here, but he's got body contact. You can't do that. The defender is allowed to go up and claim his space, but you're trailing the play. So there's really no way to say that's not a foul, no matter what. Because if you're in front of him and you make that contact on the hands and ball at the same time, it's not a foul. But he's trailing the play. It's 100% foul. It should have been called. Devin Booker should have been out of the game. Thankfully, it didn't have an impact. But the more important takeaway is that, that's what I meant. Hand is an extension of the ball. So you can get the hand if it has the ball. Can't get the offhand or anything like that. But if he's going up with 2 hands, and you get a little bit of hand in the ball, that's not a foul. Now, the takeaway is NBA really values Devin Booker. This is why he was allowed to stay in the game. This is why they didn't call it. They wanted him in there. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. This is just how it works. You don't foul out superstars with a minute or 2 left or whatever time was left in the finals because of that kind of foul. You're just going to let that go. You just are. If that's PJ Tucker, foul. See you. Bye. Not Devin Booker. You're not doing that. DeAndre Ayton may not get that call, but Devin Booker is going to get that call now. And the interesting thing is, let's see what Walt said. I can see this as a foul, but he wouldn't have had 5 if they didn't call 2 of 3 soft fouls in the first half. Yeah, but look, and we talked about this, and I agree with you in a sense, Walt. But remember, I wanted to pull up the box score again. The Suns were called for 24 fouls. The Bucks were called for 18. The Suns were 16 of 19 from the free throw line. The Bucks were 24 of 29. We talked about this. If you go back and look at the first 2 games of this series, the Suns had at least 10 more free throws per game in those 2 games at home. This is just how the NBA works. We're seeing that. So you're not going to get some calls on the road, or you're not going to get called for some things at home, and you are going to get called for some things on the road. Devin Booker got called for some soft fouls. Yeah, he's on the road. All right. It wasn't a foul out call. I mean, they kept him in the game when it mattered. They didn't call the foul, but they're going to get him for some. And I don't know who those were against or whatever, which fouls you're specifically referencing, but the fact of the matter is he didn't get run, and he should have. That's the NBA. Do they need to fix this? Sure. You'd like the officials to be objective and say, it doesn't matter. A foul is a foul is a foul. We're going to call it. It doesn't matter what court we're playing on. It doesn't matter the person, but we're going to call it. It's just not the case. There's a handful of soft fouls every game. When the Suns were trapping it that close, they called a foul. Okay. Paul beefed. That should have been a foul no matter who it was. I totally agree. But it wasn't. Last thing I wanted to bring up about these, and then we're gonna get to a break here in just a second. It's 2:50. By the way, the break today, not long. I don't have a video for you. I'm literally gonna get up, go pee. It'll take like a minute and then come back. So not a long break at all. So stick around through that, please. Last thing I wanted to address though was Giannis has been taking some weird early exits from the game. He has been really early in the game, a couple of minutes into the game. He has been pointing to the sidelines and asking to be taken out. Last night was no different. He did it in game 3 as well. And somebody finally asked him about it. They were like, what is it? Fatigue? Is it nerves? Is it jitters? Like, what's going on? And this was what he said. This is Giannis's quote about why he's left the game early for the last couple of games. Quote, how do you guys say politely, I wanted to take a tinkle? A tinkle. I wanted to take a tinkle and came back. That's polite, right? Both games. What? Bro, you don't pee before. Okay, truth be told. I mean, I'll pee before a show, a stand-up show. I'll pee 4 or 5 times in the 10 minutes leading up to the show. If you've ever hung out with me before a show, you know I'll be like, hey, I'll be back. I don't know why, if it's just, nerves or what it is. I don't really get nervous, but also I drink a lot of Coke and water I don't drink water. I drink a lot of Coke and Crown and Cokes and whiskey and Cokes before the show, during the show. So I'll get a little nervous. Actually, I don't drink whiskey before the show, only during. But I do drink a lot. And so I got to pee a lot. Plus it's a little nerves, your body reacting. So I get it. And there have been times where I got to pee right when they're calling my name. They'll be like, all right, your next comic, come to the stage. And I'm like, fuck, I got to pee right now. And I got to go do 45 minutes. This sucks. But you would feel like, and I do this, I'll make sure, even if I've been drinking, even before the show, some of the reasons I'm always 1 or 2 minutes late is right when 2 o'clock happens, I have to pee. And I'm like, well, I better go do it now because I won't be able to do it for another hour. So I'll go evacuate my bladder. There's no reason that this cat, during warm-ups, right before, when he's out there fucking doing all the high fives and shit, bro, just go and pee real fast. Fuck all these high fives and hand jives and whatever the fuck hokey pokey you're doing. Man, go pee. It's more important that you're in the fucking game. Walt said his bladder's on international time. I'm not bladder shaming him. I'm fucking decision shaming him. It's a decision. Listen, as a world famous stand-up, okay. But as a performer, I do understand. Listen, when the fucking spotlight goes on, yeah, you could get a little, I got to peep. Now, I'm not an NBA player, but it's no different. I've done stages and all kinds of shit. So I understand. I have to pee right now. This is just part of the gig, bro. It's just part of the gig. Wait until the first time out and go pee. Or go, like, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. But that was his excuse. I saw somebody say, what is he, Tinkle? What is he, 3? You got to give him a break. He doesn't know. He don't want to say piss. He's like, I got to piss, you fucking idiots. I mean, he's the Greek freak. He's, English is the second language. Maybe he said he wanted to be polite. He understands he's a favorite amongst children. He ain't trying to say vulgar words like pee. But he did add, I thought I was going to get dunked on, to be honest with you. And he meaning about owning it, that, look, the reason he's been leaving is he has to pee. I cut the show short as recent as last week to go. Yeah, do you understand the difference, though, White Magic? First of all, do you understand how much I drank in a fucking hour on that show? I had like 4 shots and 2 Crown and Cokes in an hour or an hour and a half. And that doesn't count all the coffee and the soda that I drank leading up to the show. Yeah, you're right. By the way, I just went to break. I came back. I didn't cut the show early. Well, maybe I did cut the show. I did cut the show early. But that was after already being in the show, okay? I don't get timeouts. I get 1 fucking break in 2 hours. In radio, I used to literally go pee probably 4 times an hour. It's just what I did. Break, go pee, come back. Break, go pee, come back. And now I got to suffer through an hour before I can pee again. I'm sorry, I got a tiny bladder. What do you expect? But I go on stage and do 45 minutes to an hour and not have to pee. I'll tell you the worst, though. If we're just amongst us gals, just between us gals. When I did the Blitz with AJ last week, I swear to God, because normally that's at 4 o'clock. Okay, normally 4 o'clock is poop time. I'll get up, I'll do the show, I'll pee, but 4 o'clock, 4:05, show's over, shut it down. I go boo-boo, come back, do all my post-show work, and then get to work on everything else that I have to do. So the day I did the Blitz, I legitimately walked into the studio, I sit down, it's 3:59, I put my headphones on, the music plays, and I have to shit. Right off the rip. I was like, oh my God. This is going to be such a long 3 hours. And it was, but I'm really good at holding it, so that's not a big deal. The pee, not so much, but I'm a trained professional. I travel for a living. I drive for a living. Boo-boo is easy to get back in there, pal. We got work to do. Pee, not as much. Not as much. All right. Well, this got weird. Glad I could just talk about shit and piss for 5 minutes. So there's your NBA Finals recap of Game 4. In hour number 2, sportsy again, we're going to talk Richard Sherman, Dwayne Haskins, Conor McGregor. We're probably not going to get to the Big 12 officials cracking down on taunting, but that's on the list. We've been pronouncing one of the best players in football's name wrong this whole time, and he finally let somebody know, like this week. Plus, there's a Wimbledon scandal. Plus, I got some non-sports news for you. I'm definitely going to get to one of these non-sports because I want your input, chat. I want to know. It's a really interesting story, so we're going to get to that and maybe some news about Netflix and gaming. We'll talk about that as well. We have a lot to still get to. So let's do our break now. It's a good stopping point without starting another 10-minute topic. Oh, I have some updates for you too. Are you guys Comic Palooza fans? I have some news on that as well. Remind me. So let's take our break real quick. I'm going to go pee-pee. You go pee-pee or poo-poo or boo-boo or doo-doo or whatever it is you do during the break. Smoke a joint. I don't know. Hit the bong. Get drunk. Kick the cat. Don't kick your cat. Whatever it is you do, go do that. I'm going to go do this. We'll meet back here. We have a lot more topics to discuss. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. I'll see you in a second. Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did, those of you that didn't, I hope you fall down at some point today. Not that you hurt yourself, but at least enough to make you think about leaving the show during the break for no damn reason. Maxie says Bucks and 6. My dude, Maxie, that's what I said. I'm hoping that's the case. Bucks and 6. We just covered the whole game 4 of the NBA Finals. I'm still sticking by my Bucks and 6. And some of you people look foolish for shaming me with that take. Because you said a lot of Suns in 5, a lot of Sun sweeps talk before and during. Yeah, I'm going to go back and pull some chat scripts and see what some of y'all said. White Magic, Walt, KD. What's up, Brian? Good to see you back, buddy. Let's see. All right, before we get into the Richard Sherman deal, which is a crazy story, and the Dwayne Haskins deal, which is also a crazy story, I wanted to share with you something. For those of you that are watching from Houston, this Sunday, if you are a Comic Palooza fan, I am going to be moderating a panel at Comic Palooza. So I want you guys to come by, come hang out, especially if you are a wrestling fan. I am going to be moderating this panel right here. This is panel, I don't know what that is. Panel something or other. CP number, I don't know, 2021. No, that's just Comic Palooza. I don't know. But I'm going to be moderating with Britt Baker and Christian Cage. Well, I'll be moderating. They're on the panel. So I'll be doing this panel July 17th and 18th is Comic Palooza, if you didn't know. But this panel starts at 3 o'clock on the Sapphire stage. So if you are a wrestling fan, and I won't call it wrestling, or wrestling on Sunday, I just do that to get, it's like me making fun of soccer. I really don't, I'm apathetic to soccer, and I was a huge wrestling fan growing up, and in my younger adult years, I just don't have time to watch anymore. But I like fucking with wrestling fans. So if you're a Britt Baker fan, if you're a Christian Cage fan, or if you are a wrestling fan in general, Trans said, oh, cool, AEW wrestlers, then come on by the panel. I'll be hosting it for an hour from 3 to 4. It's going to be good times. I'm excited about this. I'll be hosting this panel at Comic Palooza. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, maybe I'll be hosting more later. Never know. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I got to put that on my schedule. My calendar. By the way, also, if you were planning on coming to my show in Friendswood tonight, it has been canceled because of inclement weather. It was an outdoor patio show. It's supposed to rain this evening, so there is no show in Friendswood. Sorry. All right. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's get back to the sports talk because we need to talk about Richard Sherman. Holy cow. Holy cow. This whole story is crazy. So apparently Richard Sherman got really, really drunk. It's according to the reports. He got really, really drunk and did a lot of bad things. He wrecked his car into a construction zone. I want to read you some of this because I don't want to misspeak on this. So I'm not normally hey, let me read you a news story because you guys can do that yourself. But a police spokesman told ESPN a person placed a 911 call from a resident at 2 a.m. claiming an adult male family member who did not live there was attempting to force his way into the home. Now, that's a domestic violence felony because you did that because you know the people. It said that before he was arrested and taken to a hospital for evaluation, which they eventually did, nobody at the residence was injured. The male was later booked, per the report. TMZ Sports added that Sherman allegedly crashed a vehicle into a cement freeway barrier in a construction zone. Sherman is a 3-time Pro Bowler. They also said in the story that I saw on ESPN itself, they talked about the fact that the family members and everybody else was like, listen, nobody was hurt. He didn't beat up anybody. He apparently wrestled a little bit with them. He also said he wanted to end his life. He had texted several people, said he was going to hang himself. They called the police, but when they made the 911 call, and this is so tragic to hear this, but they were like, please don't shoot him. He is just, he's inebriated. He's not himself. This isn't in his character. This isn't in his nature. He said that he might threaten, he threatened to fight the police if they showed up, but please don't shoot him. So the police show up, and I'm just paraphrasing here. Obviously I'm not reading, but they tried to talk him down calmly. One of the officers said, man, when I was a kid, I once valeted your car. And so they found some things in common with Richard Sherman, as drunk as he was. And see, some of you guys are saying TTE, but remember now, it was alcohol related. He crashed his car. He was super inebriated. So, and obviously the combination of the two isn't great. So that's a great point, Justin. Got to be CTE issues on top of what sounds like other issues. Yeah, drinking issues, probably some depression. That's a good point, Justin. Probably some other things that I'm speculating on. But then when you couple that with the drinking, definitely not a good thing. Now, what they said is that when the officer said, well, listen, we have to place you under arrest, he started to walk away. He started to resist. He took off running. They eventually had to let the police dog loose that tackled him and bit him on the legs and scratched him up a little bit. Just all around a tragic and sad deal. And, he's a sharp dude. He's a smart guy. He's a good football player. He's a community guy, and it's just sad. What I am glad about is that nobody was harmed other than some scratches on his part. He didn't wreck into anybody while driving. He didn't hurt anybody in the construction zone. And he also didn't abuse or injure anybody at the house. Now the process begins. So he wasn't given bail when he was arrested. And the reason is they said because it's domestic violence, that they don't immediately allow them to post bail. He's got to go before a judge and have a hearing. The judge will determine, was there grounds for the arrest and should he be allowed to post bail? I suspect, just as an amateur guess here, they're going to evaluate his status within the community, his public persona, and say, you know what? He's probably not a threat or a risk. Let's go ahead and let him get bail and sober up and go from there. So we'll see. Pretty tragic, though. Pretty sad. Not a thing I think you would expect from a guy, but I mean, like Justin and White Magic said, if you take into account the potential for CTE, plus all the drinking, man, alcohol is a hell of a drug. Make you do some crazy, dumb shit. So sad news on the front for Richard Sherman. Alex said it's cloudy and thundering up north, Barry. Be ready. Yeah, I just want to point out, if this show just magically goes off the air, for those of you that would still be watching, the rest of you might bail on me, and that's okay. You got lives to live, or you're just assholes. If it goes out, it's not me. I just lose power. All right. So it's nothing I can control. I live in a neighborhood where the power is super shitty, and I don't have $10,000 or $15,000 to get a whole home generator. So this is where we're at. Usually it's a 24-hour PC hold. Okay. Alan Denson, I need the website to purchase something. Oh, yeah. Alan, we're going to get to that. I promise you. We're going to get to that. Jeff, I'm going to give you the info. In fact, Jeff Bell, let's do it right now, buddy. I'm glad you reminded it. The reason and what Jeff Bell is asking about, he's asking, how can I get a custom bottle from Kathy Denson? That's what Jeff Bell is asking about. Jeff Bell, look no further, my friend. Call Kathy on her cell phone, 409-466-9124. If you are looking for custom crafts, novelty items, custom clothing, maybe you want a shirt made specifically for you. Just a one-of-a-kind shirt, and you don't make shirts. You don't know how to make shirts. A lot of us don't. Kathy Denson can do it for you. There's no job too small, no job too big, no job too complicated. You don't have a design, but you have an idea. She's going to help you bring that idea to life on the shirt, on the bottle, in the shadow box, whatever it is. She does epoxy jewelry. She does all kind of gift ideas. If you look in the background of this show, you see these bottle lights right here? Those 3 bottle lights? Kathy did those 3 bottle lights right there. And she can make those for you. Take your favorite alcoholic beverage, put some lights in it. It makes a fantastic conversation piece for your bar, for your coffee table, or whatever it may be. You can see some of her work on the screen right now. She is super talented. She is super creative, and she is damn good at what she does. Give her a call, Jeff Bell. Give her a call, Deckheads. Give her a call, anybody watching. Need an idea for a gift, a birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever it is. Call Kathy, 409-466-9124, or email her, kathyden2011@yahoo.com. So appreciate the reminder, Jeff Bell. It's perfect time to weave that in. So there's audio out of the 911 call. Oh, that's sad. Let's see. Eamon said, she said he drunk a whole bottle of Hennessy and vodka. Ooh, did y'all hear that thunder? Yeah, that is a bad combination. I was just going to go, damn it, I was going to mow after the show. I got the front yard done. I need to get the back done. Yeah, that's a bad combo. A whole bottle. Man, you gotta know when to stop, bro. Speaking of issues, another football player, Pittsburgh Steelers Dwayne Haskins, having his own problems. That woman on the left of your screen, maybe the right. No, it's the left. That woman on the left of your screen, that is Dwayne Haskins' new bride. I think they got married in May is what I saw. They were in Vegas celebrating. And Calabra Gondrezic Haskins now faces felony charges of battery and domestic violence resulting in bodily harm stemming from an alleged altercation July 3rd at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. Listen to this, man. Listen to this. She basically split his upper lip and knocked his tooth out. They found remnants of a tooth in the room. I don't know what she hit him with. I don't know if it was fists. I don't know if it was the iron. I don't know if it was a clock radio. I don't know what she hit him with, but she knocked a tooth out. She bloodied his lip. She busted up his face. He even said, and this is a quote from the article, Haskins said he remembered getting into a fight with his wife, but didn't remember getting punched in the mouth. In searching the room, officers found a piece of tooth and blood. Man. One, I want to acknowledge Dwayne Haskins' ability to control himself and not fight back. And I think far too often we don't do that when it does occur. But this could have been really bad for Dwayne Haskins as well, because no matter what, if he strikes her, game over. This dude got a tooth knocked out. Now, what we don't know, what I don't know, but I suspect, and maybe I'm just being a gossipy gal here. Maybe he was drunk, she was drunk, and that's why the altercation occurred, and that's also why he doesn't remember specifically what happened. But good for him for not fighting back. Good for him for not fighting back. That has to be difficult. If a chick knocks your tooth out, do you know how hard you got to get hit to lose a tooth? Or how brittle your teeth might be. But props to Dwayne Haskins, as is right now. This is what happened. Now, he wrote, "I appreciate the concern. I have all my teeth. Don't believe everything you read. Peace." But the police found a piece of tooth and blood in the room. Totally agree, Walt. Lots of respect for not retaliating. And look, I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused it. But damn, that's I mean, I've never had a tooth knocked out. Knock on wood. Shit. If she did that with her fist, she needs to fight MMA. Also, I see a lot of comments about her eyelashes. I mean, that's pretty weird. It looks like two tarantulas about to attack her eyeballs. Jerry said she looks like a felony. What's your name? Grand Larceny? Oh, is that your stripper name? No, that's just my name. Oh, she looks like a felony. Jerry, you're an ass. Also, White Magic, let's not low-key she bad, though. Bro, yeah, low-key she would whoop your ass. She knocked the football player's tooth out of his goddamn mouth. You better just stay on the sidelines for this one. Golfer Jay, you ain't shit. It's ground. I hope he has a ground game because his stand-up needs work. He was drunk, I hope. Or asleep. One of the two. Amos said you don't fuck with a chick that wears eyelashes that long. Bro, that's for real. Like, you don't know. That's not okay. Perry said I was at a club in Cosmopolitan this week. Did you see Dwayne? Did you see a toothless football player? That's too funny. Haskins probably was taking advice from Kevin Samuels. Well done, Walter. Well done. Oh, that's some funny shit. That is some funny shit. She got curtains for eyelashes. Bro, it looks like the end of a broom. Her eyelashes, I swear to God, her eyelashes look like pterodactyl wings. Why don't we turn this into a roast of Calabria Gondrezic Haskins' eyelashes? Why are we roasting her eyelashes? That ain't right. Listen, don't sell yourself short, Cece. Perry said, no, that was last week, but they weren't talking about it. Oh, yeah, because it happened July 3rd. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up for sure. A lot of off the court shit happening, man. You got Dwayne getting knocked out. You got Richard Sherman. Well, he didn't get knocked out. We got his tooth knocked out. Richard Sherman with the issues. Crazy times indeed. One more thing I want to talk about sports before we get to this non-sports topic. One more thing I want to talk about sports related. Conor McGregor has said that going into the fight, he already had fractures in his ankle and that the UFC knew about it. He said, I was injured going into the fight. This is direct quotes as from ESPN.com, according to his Instagram. I was injured going into the fight. People are asking me when was the leg broke? At what point did the leg break? Ask Dana White, ask the UFC, ask Dr. Jeff Davidson, the head doctor of the UFC. They knew I had stress fractures in my leg going into that cage. It was debated about pulling the thing out. He then added, I am essentially getting exactly what I needed to get there. I needed to get treatment on my leg. I needed to get treatment on my ankle. I needed to get treatment on my shin bone. And I would have never committed to going under the knife unless something like this happened. So something like this happened. I am getting exactly what I needed. And what I needed was a titanium shin bone. Now I have a titanium rod from my knee to the ankle, and the doctor says it's unbreakable. So much to unpack on this. First of all, if you'll recall during the fight, Dustin Poirier actually pointed to his leg on one of those kicks and said, I got you. And that's what Dustin Poirier referenced after the fight as, I knew that's when he had broke his ankle or injured it was on that kick. And he pointed it out. Now, maybe he did have stress fractures in his ankle. If that were the case, one, why do they allow the fight to happen? That's just number one. Maybe stress fractures aren't that big of a deal. I'm not a doctor. Maybe it's like, yeah, everybody has them. People do it all the time. No big deal. That's number one. But if that caused the ankle to be weak enough to have a risk like this, and you know that going in, let's talk about what an idiotic strategy it is to throw as many kicks as he did early in the fight. I understand the strategy is, let's take away his legs. Let's slow him down so that our stand-up can overwhelm him. That's a common strategy in MMA. But what doesn't make sense is, let's throw a lot of kicks with a fractured ankle. What? That'd be like knowing you've got a fracture in your hand. Let's use the left almost exclusively. What? No. So even if you knew you had a stress fracture and you want to blame the UFC for letting the fight happen, why the fuck was the game plan to throw so many kicks? In my mind, if I'm like, well, I'm going to fight, I'm going to get my payday, I can go out and beat his ass, bum ankle or not, as long as nothing crazy happens, I'm good. Why are you kicking? What are you doing? He said his foot was flopping like Dikembe Mutombo's no finger. That is true. That shit was disgusting. The bone almost came through the skin. Ah, God. Now, the other part of this is he's getting a titanium rod in his shin from ankle to knee. What did it say? Yeah, I've got a rod from my knee to the ankle. It's unbreakable. Is that fair? Is that fair? Now, this is going to sound crazy conspiracy theory type shit, people. Don't judge me for what I'm about to say. But we've seen Anderson Silva break his leg. We've seen Chris Weidman break his leg. We've seen other people break their legs, their arms. I was at a fight in Legacy. I forget, they called him the Samoan Samurai, the African Samurai. I don't remember. There was a dude, his name was Akira Smith. By the way, I think he got arrested for murder later. But Akira Smith was a really good Muay Thai fighter. It was a Muay Thai fight at the Arena Theater Legacy. Oh, no, it was an MMA fight. But the dude that he's fighting, so Akira's just throwing head kick after head kick. He throws like 6 in a row. And the dude is blocking them, right? He's eating these leg kicks. But about the 5th one, snaps his arm right here that he's defending the kicks with in half. Snap, and the dude's arm just folds. Bloop. Oh, it was fucking disgusting. Just disgusting. So this is a common occurrence in this sport. It happens more often than you would think, but we just don't always see it. But on local circuits, regional circuits, you'll see this happen a lot. So let's say you got a young fighter. Is it the craziest thing in the world to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go get titanium rods inserted into both of my shin bones from my ankle to my knee. I'll just break that sumbitch. I don't give a shit. I'll have these rods inserted there. I'll have them inserted in my forearms, and I'll literally be indestructible in a fight. Now, whether you could get like little rods inserted in your hands or not, because that's where most broken bones in a fight are going to occur in the hands. Boxers, MMA, doesn't matter. But you'll see it. You'll see arms broken, shins broken. I mean, if you really wanted to be good, how good do you want to be? Do you want to be good enough where you would have titanium rods inserted into all of your bones where you're literally indestructible? Somebody kicks you, you're like, ha, 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 I am made of titanium. Ah. No, not Achilles Smith, Akira. Let me see. Akira Smith. I think I might have the fight on my, oh, there it is. Akira Smith pleads not guilty to murder. Let's go to the Cage Door YouTube. I might actually have the fight. You want to see a broken bone? And this one I can show because it's mine. I own the copyright. I have old Derek Lewis fights too. We can rebuild him. Barry, this has been done before. Have you not seen the biography of the Wolverine? It's a true story. No, I really haven't, TJ. Is that true? Really? That's weird. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, you know the other thing I wanted to do, chat? I wanted to go, so I really am contemplating moving this show over to Twitch. Now that Sports Riot, by the way, Sports Riot is live tonight. We're back. It's Thursday. We always stream Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch from 7 to 9 p.m. Twitch.tv/Sports Riot Live is the, where's my thing at? My thing? Right? Nope, that's Whisker Wednesday. Where in the fuck? There it goes. Son of a bitch, right there. Tonight, we're going to be streaming live. We've got all kinds of shit to talk about. Come join us. Twitch.tv/Sports Riot Live. Come hang out. But I really am considering switching this show from YouTube to Twitch. Partly because now that Sports Riot is part of the Accelerator program, we have been invited to join the Twitch Sports team. I'm thinking, if that's at night, maybe Daddy can take advantage of some of those opportunities as well. So I'm going to be monitoring the growth pattern over there and some of the benefits of those. But I kind of wanted to look and see, like, what is the activity like right now over at Twitch on the sports channel. So we'll look at that. But real quick, I want to look at Akira Smith. Let's find his legacy fight. Let me see if I can find it. Akira Smith, the Cage Door. Let's see if that pops up. Oh, fuck. Did I take all those down? I think the whole channel might be down, actually. Let's see. YouTube.tv/The Cage Door. Oh, no, it's still up. 490 subscribers. Boo. Let's see. Oh, I don't think I have the fight up anymore. Damn it. It was a nasty break too. Like super disgusting. It was actually in a highlight reel. Let's see. Nope. All right, that's old. Where's the first? Did I show you guys this Derek Lewis fight? Have I showed you guys this before? So there was this, let me show you this. So this is the old Cage Door YouTube. Let's see. Oh, there's a Jason David Frank interview I did. Y'all remember y'all know the Green Power Ranger, right? Yeah, I interviewed him several times. We'll zoom in here a little bit. Wow, a lot of guys are now in jail. Nick Schultz is in jail. So I interviewed Jason David Frank a couple of times. I'm trying to find one of the Derek Lewis fights. There's Jason David Frank again. There we go. Y'all want to see an early Derek Lewis fight? I mean, I'm talking early.
He's fixing to turn you on to the fence.
So this is Derek Lewis in a grappling fight. So this isn't. Let me turn this down. Man, it's super loud. So this isn't Derek in a actual MMA fight, but this is actually in a. This is a smoker at 4 ounce back in the day. Not a smoker because it's all jiu-jitsu. But this is Derek Lewis fighting Eric Ellis Boyd in a jiu-jitsu fight. And actually, you can see. So at this time, Derek was with a gym called Silverback MMA, and his coach was Coach Tony. Rest in peace to Coach Tony. But Bob Perez actually was part owner of 4 ounce at the time, and now he's his head trainer. So that's a little nostalgia for you. There's Derek Lewis, doing some jiu-jitsu back in the day. I was trying to find it, but I still have more old Derek Lewis fights, I believe. That's Larry, John. Man, this is old school. There's more Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger. Y'all want to see the shittiest thing and the douchiest thing in MMA? This video has 1.7 million views. God, I never got paid a dime on that shit. Watch this shit. So this is the biggest cheap shot in the history of MMA, and it backfired. This is the 5-second knockout. This is one of the fastest knockouts in MMA history, and it occurred at Legacy Fights. So this is, I'm actually I'm the one recording this right now. So I want to point out, so you can see the dude on the right is saying he wants to touch gloves, right? He's wanting to touch gloves, so he puts his hand up. That's what you do. If you want to touch gloves in a fight, first thing you do is you put your hand up, right? I'm peace offering here. So that's important. So let's go back and watch him as he puts his hand up. Watch what happens. Hey, let's touch gloves. He shoots. Night. Oh, that was fast. See, oh boy puts his hands up and then he shoots. Oh, I think I have a slow-mo here. Yeah, we have the slow motion replay. This is disgusting. So there he's like, oh, I got you. Nope. Knee to the jaw. That's it. 5-second knockout. Legacy Fights. One of the fastest knockouts in MMA history. Man, I forgot about all these goddamn videos. This is crazy. There's Daniel Pineda before he was in the UFC. Okay. I guess I can't find the Akira Smith one, but I kind of wanted to show you because it was pretty disgusting. But whatever. All right. That was a nice little trip down memory lane with the MMA. If I find it, I'll show it one day maybe. But man, there's so much shit on this YouTube. A lot of young guys that are now major players. A lot of dudes that just fell off the map. Jeff Rexroad was a good dude. Yeah, Alex Morano, who's in the UFC now. Mike Jackson early on in his career. God, that was the shit back in the day. All right, that's enough nostalgia. I did want to talk about too, this Big 12 thing. Let's see, what is it? 3:30? Yeah, we have time. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do any more sports right now. We'll do the Big 12 thing tomorrow, maybe. Because I want to talk about the man you see on your screen. Now, this is chat participation right here. I need your feedback, chat. I need your involvement, chat. I need you to pay attention, chat. What does this mean, Amos? I don't understand what that means. Twitch? Well, Twitch plays with my screen closed now, so I'm rolling. Oh, okay. The man you see on your screen is Leonardo da Vinci. And they have found, somebody did a project, a DNA project on Da Vinci. And they have found 14 living people that are related to Leonardo da Vinci. Now, he never had kids, but he had 22, at least 22 half-brothers. That is not shock, Katie. Y'all, Katie is birthday drunk. That is not shock. There's no way that... Why you put that on my... Oh, is it the hat? Is it the hat? That's such a meme. But so they've said they found 14 people as young as 1 year old and up to 85 years old that could be related or that they think is related to Leonardo da Vinci. A lot of them live in and around Vinci, Italy, where Leonardo da Vinci was from. It's on the Tuscan coast, in case you're wondering, because I'm super smart about that. But 1 to 85 years old. Now, my question to you, chat, who's somebody famous that you're related to? Who's somebody famous that you are related to? Justin said it kind of looks like a picture of Virginia Buttweed. That's kind of what VB would look like to me too. I'm not going to lie. Same hat, same old weird ass nose, everything. So I don't think we're related to anybody super famous. Now, my mom did our genealogy. She's a big genealogist. Jenny's mom is a genealogist. And she traced our family back for a long time. And apparently there was a rumor. So one of her maiden name is Taylor. Like my grandfather, the one that slapped the shit out of me for wanting macaroni. His last name, his name was Max Taylor. He was a dentist in the Heights. That was his claim to fame. But a lot of the family thought that we were related to Zachary Taylor, former president of the United States. My mother was never able to prove that, but she was never able to disprove it either, I don't believe. So that would be the closest that we would have as far as fame in our family, other than the guy that won the lawyer, or one of the lawyers that that brought the civil suit against the Dow breast implant. You remember that? How much was that worth? It was like billions. One of my dad's cousins was one of the lawyers, Richard Labinak. That's about it. That's all the fame. I'm like the third most famous person in my family, and that ain't saying much, people. So let's see. Who are you related to? Terrence, are you a goddamn liar? Are you bullshitting me, Terrence? Are you related to O.J. Simpson for real? I want to know how. Is he like an uncle? Is he like, I want to know how you're related to O.J. Simpson. White Magic, who's your brother? I don't know who your brother is. The guy on the Tapatio bottle. Is that true, Charles? Colin Poche of the Rays. Shut up! Is that a real thing? Colin Poche. Is he a cousin, Matt? Is he yeah, look at that. Born in Flower Mound, Texas. Got a 4.70 ERA in 2019. Yeah, Colin got some work to do on that ERA, but that ain't terrible in today. He went 5-5. It's not bad. Okay, let's see his references here. Yeah, 2019. Dig it. Colin Poche. No nicknames. All right, I dig it. He's not real famous. Okay. Nobody famous, but my mom's got 72 first cousins. What? Your mom has 72 first cousins? Is her aunt and uncle rabbits? How you fuck that much and have that many kids? Jesus, Shelby. That's insane. Do you know that guy who played Mini-Me? Y'all, Fidel's about 5'4". Perry said, I'm related to myself. You never heard of P. motherfucking Jones? I can see it now. Walter Payton was a distant cousin, but I don't really know them. Oh, really? Is that who you're named after, Walt? Are you named after Walter Payton? That's pretty interesting. Tony Garza said, I'm related to Hercules. That one, Tony? Oh, Hercules. Get out of the goddamn chat. Randy Holloway of the Minnesota Vikings. All right, Jen, I see you. Let's look up Randy's stats. Randy Holloway. He's old school. Randy Holloway, 65 now. Shit. His Pro Football Reference page. 78 to 84. He played for Minnesota. I actually played for two teams in 84, St. Louis and Minnesota. Played defensive end. Wow. Played in 16 games pretty much every year he played except 82 and 84. Started 16 games in 80. Had a safety. You know what? Jen, you need to tell House that. He's a huge Vikings fan. He may actually come a little if you told him that. Katie said, nobody famous in my family. Your dad's mustache is pretty famous. Who else? RG3? Oh, shut up, Aaron. Is that true? Can you please let him know that his white wife doesn't really have that nice of a booty? He's out here defending it like it's fucking music producer for Lil Durk and Lil Baby. Your brother is? Okay. I don't know who the fuck Lil Durk is. I know Lil Baby got arrested in France. Lil Baby. Dexter Manley? That's not true, Golfer Jay. Are you really related to Dexter Manley? Don't lie to me. Don't you fucking lie to me. Robert Flores from MLB Network is like a second cousin of mine. You guys know all these famous people and you're not getting them on this goddamn show? Terrence said grandmother's side, distant cousin. Never met him. Okay. My wife is related to George Foreman. I have his grill. Daniel Boone. All right. Now you're just saying shit. My grandmother. This might be the funniest thing I've read in this chat in a fucking long time. CC said, oh, because Shelby said, my mom has 72 first cousins. And CC said, oh, Shelby, I wasn't reading your name in a Hispanic accent. My grandmother was one of 13 and my grandfather was one of 11. Jesus. Nope, I don't even think my parents knew at the time. Okay. Would it be fair if I said I was related to one of the nation's biggest podcasters? Fair enough. Yes. 1000%, Ray. Boy, you know how to make a gal feel good. There's also a Poche's restaurant, and now no one gives a shit about that. We said famous. Terry Cummings and Anise Williams. Really, Amos? Okay, I see it. I'm related to Mama Coco. Who the fuck is Mama Coco? Mama Coco. All right. Robert, somebody give Robert a 5-minute timeout. And don't be mad, Robert. Come back in 5 minutes, you crybaby raggedy bitch. You don't get to just shout out shit like that. Make me take time out of this goddamn show to Google Mama Coco. I'm trying to find a picture for y'all. This is who he says he's related to. I don't even know who the fuck Mama Coco is. Some of y'all are probably laughing. Yeah, what the fuck, man? You earned that 5-minute timeout, you raggedy bitch. I don't even know what that is. Who the fuck is Mama Coco? I don't know who that is. Well, let me see. Mama Coco. Some fucking Disney Pixar. Mama Coco is Miguel's great grandmother in Coco. You raggedy bitch. Get out of here. Get out of here. George Foreman has a lot of vacation homes in St. Lucia. We went to one of them when we went. Okay. Now you guys are just random. Roland Silva said Robert Garza, old lineman for the Bears, is a super distant relative. Also got someone on my mom's side, again, super distant, that married to the In-N-Out founder's son or something. You were reaching on that last one. And then on my mom's side, her fifth cousin's neighbor's uncle's plumber buys lettuce by the bushel from the same dude that supplies lettuce to In-N-Out. Roland, you should have stopped at the first part, okay? I can't even pronounce this. King Kamehameha, I've the founder of the first ruler of the Kingdom of Hawaii. Oh, I don't believe you. No. D-Mata, you're not royalty. You're not royalty. I don't want to hear that shit. TJ said, try Googling space movie made in 1979. That will make your jaw drop. What? Try Googling space movie mad in 1979. That will make your jaw drop. I don't understand what that means. Let's see. Space movie 1979. What does this have to do with what we're talking about? Terrence, why are you... See, this is why we don't have a fucking call-in for this show. This is why I will not have a fucking phone number for y'all mealy-mouthed sons of bitches to call and just take us off track for no goddamn reason. What does that have to do with any of this other shit? Nothing. This I will allow. My grandma used to bang Aaron Neville. Hi. You think he does that when he comes? He sounds like he sings, I'm coming. It's pretty dope, Walt. She wishes he was my grandfather. Jeff said I'm related to the Liberty Bell. All right, this goddamn thing is over with. Y'all have fucking ruined this. I'm trying to get down to brass tacks on fame and... Y'all can kiss my ass. All right, that's all I got to say. I will tell you this, though. You know who I wish I was related to? Dan! That's who! I wish I was related to Dan! Because Dan, if Dan was my uncle, I would be telling y'all that my uncle had the best crawfish, the best seafood, the best wings, and the best place to get seafood in the city of Houston, hands down. If you want some of the best boiled spicy shrimp, the New Orleans barbecue shrimp, grilled platters, lo mein, you name it, they got it from Wings. By the way, Amos checked back, said that he liked the wings over at Dan's. I'm telling you, Donna's a fan of the wings. Nora is a huge fan of the boiled spicy shrimp. She will not, I repeat, she will not eat boiled spicy shrimp or shrimp from anywhere else other than Dan's Seafood and Wings. I implore you, if you are a seafood fan, if you like it at all, you should definitely try Dan's Seafood and Wings. 2 locations for you. One on the southwest side on South Gessner, one on the northeast side on Uvalde. Eatatdans.com is the website. At Eatatdans on Instagram. Ask a deckhead that's been there. They're going to tell you they love it. From Penguin Katie to Fidel to CC to you name it, they've got it. They love it, and you will too. Give them a try. It's Dan's Seafood and Wings. Eatatdans.com. Put some Dan's in your mouth. All right. Now, Dan, by the way, guys, Dandy Dan is related to this. Shut up. Shut it up. Not famous, but my great-grandfather was on the plane that dropped the first atomic bomb. Yeah, that's not famous, but that's super fucking interesting, Justin. Like, for real, for real. Your great-grandfather, did they, by the way, I like never got to meet or know my great-grandparents, but some people do, I guess, because, you know, some of y'all be fucking young. I would have loved to have heard stories about that, though. That would be kind of dope. I wonder, my big question would be, if I could ask your great-grandfather something, like, was there any guilt later knowing the destruction and damage that it caused? Because that would be something that I think would be a problem for me. You know, you're fighting for your country. It is a world war. You know, they attacked Pearl Harbor. We get all that. But the damage and destruction to all the innocent lives to end the war, man, that would have to be something that would weigh on me significantly. Yeah, Golfer Jay said, hit it up. It's the shit. I love me some dance. And I think you guys will too. Hey, if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. It is completely free. Just go down there on your little YouTubes, click boopity boop boop on subscribe, and you are good to go. Also, make sure you give the video a like. There are 54 people watching this show right now, bouncing in and out. We are at 38 likes. If you're having a good time, if you're enjoying the show, do me a favor. It makes the YouTube algorithm feel good. They're like, oh, this guy's popular. Even if you just half like the show, there's no half like, there's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Make sure you click that thumbs up. I certainly appreciate it. And it will put me in good favor with the YouTubes. Yeah, there's guilt. I couldn't imagine on that level. And White Magic served again. White Magic, thank you for your service. Yeah, I feel like there would be. I feel like there would be a significant amount of guilt that would come with that. And so Justin said he wouldn't talk about it. I think in the moment he probably thought it was the right thing to do, but I definitely think he cared and regretted it. Yeah. That's deep, man. That's fucking deep. God. Oh, Nick said he saw a documentary about it and the crew struggled big time. I think even just in general in war. Now in war, and I don't know, I've never been to war. I know I know about how I think. And if I'm fighting another soldier, my job is to fight them. Their job is to fight me. And war is all about winning. And sometimes in war, people die. And that's how you win. So I think if I killed a soldier of another army, I think it would bother me. But I think it would also be part of my job. And maybe they train you to deal with that in a certain way. But I think in that regard, just specifically about the atomic bombs, it was the impact on innocent people that I think would be really difficult to justify in my head. I could justify killing a soldier of an opposing army because if I don't kill them, they're going to kill me, right? I mean, that's what we're both here to do. So I could justify that, I think. I'm not that I wouldn't feel guilty for taking the life of another human being, but I could justify it. Just like if somebody broke in this house right now and I shot them, I would feel bad, but I would justify it in my mind. Look, I had to do what I had to do. That other shit, though, man, it's a whole other level, man. Whole other level. Matt Poche said my grandfather was a medic in World War II and would never talk about it. Terrence, no training for how to feel and carry it all in the military. Oh, really? That sucks. Nick said once the destruction was known, the pilots were in a deep depression. Yeah. Cece said, I'm not weird, but I just prefer to keep my mouth shut. Okay, I guess maybe I am. About what? CC, what are you talking about? Are you talking about military service and how you process that stuff? Dimana said, I would not have felt guilty. I would have just been doing my job. Okay, maybe. I mean, you process it differently. I respect that. What did Chrissy say? You should get a tattoo about it. I've been listening on the way home. You fools are crazy. Every single one. I love it. Oh, yeah. Everybody's a goddamn nut in this show, Joe Pro. Everybody's a fucking weirdo. Penguin Katie said a lot of the generation doesn't talk about it. The number of times I had to try and interview my grandfather about serving in the Pacific, nothing. Yeah, my grandfather flew blimps in World War II, which is a fucking weird. He flew. I'm like, bro, you were a blimp pilot? He was like, I don't know the blimps. Damn, Cece was in Iraq and Somalia. Wow. That's deep, girl. I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to ask because I think it'll depress me, and I don't want to depress you either. But Cece, thank you for your service, obviously. And yeah, that sucks. By the way, I'm over here looking at Twitch Sports. There are 21,000 people watching the Twitch Sports channel right now. The top streams, none of them are English. 6,000, 5,000, 1,700 viewers. There's like here's a talk show. JB, no. Juventus. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's Italian soccer. Okay. 670 The Score is like the first show that I see that would be like mine. It's got 254 viewers. Wow, I would be buried way down here. What do we have? What are we at right now? 53? That would put me wow. Way down there. I don't know. I don't know about changing. Well, I'd have more I'd have more viewers right now on the Twitches than a lot of these radio stations and out east. Huh. I am not fucking with CC anymore. No, don't. Please don't. White Max said the narrative is different nowadays. Back then you didn't speak about it. Now you get a movie made. Fair enough. I wonder though, and CC, White Magic, I think Terrence said there's no training. Did you get any kind of counseling? Did they, no, I shouldn't say did you get, that's personal. Did the Army or did the military provide you or make available counseling for dealing with what you went through when you served in Iraq and Somalia, CC? I'm interested and curious. And do they also offer that when you get out, like either through the VA, or do they cover that? Because if not, it's pretty shitty on our part as a country. If we're going to ask you to go over and have to bear the burden of some of the things that, quite frankly, you have to do in war, I think we should also bear the burden of helping you deal with it and heal from it. I hope to God they did, CC. So CC said, after I became an officer, I was a mental health nurse. My training to do so was shit. Then they put me in a substance abuse and recovery nurse. Okay. Man. My magic said, was it available? Yes. But in a lot of units, it was frowned upon to go, you're seen as a pussy. I could see that. I could totally see that. But what about later? What about when you get out? What about afterwards? Like White Magic, if you went to counseling now, nobody's going to call you a pussy. Nobody would think anything less of you for dealing with it now. And I mean this in all sincerity. And this goes for all of you that served. And I know a lot of you in this chat right now whom I just think the world of for doing that. I hope you're taking advantage of the opportunities that are supposed to be available to you to deal with that. Don't just suppress it. And I assure you, it is a sign of strength to be able to deal with it. A sign of strength to be able to address it and not suppress it. Terrence said, we were taught that you say the wrong thing and you could get that job or assignment you can't get that job or assignment you wanted. So you don't say anything. God, that is awful. Awful. Golfer Jay said, as a country, we shit all over our military. They deserve so much more than we do to protect our freedom. I couldn't agree more. I don't think that think about that. There's really not enough you could do to say thank you to someone who is willing to die. Willing to die. Because when you sign up, you're not like if you were a nurse, you weren't signing up like, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to get. They may throw you out in the field. You don't know. Like some people join and they become an accountant and they never leave the barracks or whatever, or the base, or, they never are put in harm's way, or that potential exists. But you don't know that when you sign up. So when you sign up, you have to know, okay, I may be asked to go to war and possibly die. How do you justify giving anything less than the best for someone that makes that decision? How do we justify cutting corners and cutting costs? It's mind-blowing to me when you watch the VA operate. It's terrible, it's tragic, and it's sad. And I'm not just virtue signaling over here. If anybody knows my track record, I have tried to show as much love and appreciation as humanly possible to the military, all the way back to the cage door, all the way back to my times when I had that opportunity to give back to a community. Because there are a lot of fighters in MMA who are former veterans. It just sucks, man. It just sucks. We got to be better. We have to be better. And I really do hope this, and I'm not just saying this again just to say it, but CZ, Terrence, White Magic, I hope you guys get the peace that you need, however that is, whether it's through counseling, whether it's through meditation, or just dealing with it yourself. I hope you don't feel afraid or scared or ashamed to reach out. If there's anything I can do, I certainly want to do that. If I can put you in touch with the right people, I would love to do that. And again, to all of you in the chat or watching this later or wherever that have served this country, thank you. because I don't think we always stop and think. It's easy to say, hey, thank you for your service. Hey, thank you for that. But when you stop and think about what that really means, it feels like sometimes when you say it, it's lip service. So, Terrence said, I did have a good therapist, but she's gone now. Damn. Now you got to go to therapy for your therapist. That sucks. Cece said, I went to Iraq at 19 straight from tech school. I was too immature to understand the depth of what I was about to get into. Fuck. At 19, Cece? That is insane. That is way too young. I'm sorry. That just feels at 18? If I would have joined the military at 18, oh my God. I was not equipped to deal with if they shipped me off to Iraq, because the Gulf War, the first Gulf War happened when I was in high school. Desert Storm was my high school. I couldn't imagine. Terrence said he went to Kuwait at 20. Yeah, I couldn't imagine going at 18 or 19 or 20. It's just mind-blowing. I feel like 21 should be an age. That should be the age. Can't drink till you're 21, but you can fight in a war at 18. Never understood that. Never made sense to me, Perry. Never understood that. Either let 18-year-olds drink or change the age to 21 for military service. Robert said he joined right out of high school. Fuck, man. You guys, I agree, Christy. You guys, I always said I have two regrets in my life. One, that all of you haven't subscribed to the YouTube. Just kidding. Two regrets in my life. One, that I never served in the military. And two, that I never went to college. I wish I would have done both of those. Because not just because I should have served my country when I was able to, but the experience of it, good, bad, or indifferent. I feel like, it's that experience of life that you get by being in the military, by understanding what it takes, what freedom really means, and what you have to do to defend it and fight for it here and abroad. And then going to college. I feel like, I missed out on a lot of opportunities by not going to college. I wish I would have done both of those. And I regret both of those. By the way, Golfer Jay said, my son was 18 when he enlisted. He is now a drill sergeant, 28 years old. Wow. That's dope, man. So he's going to be a career military man. God bless and hats off to him. All right, let's do this. It's 4:00. It's time to bounce, peoples. Good talk. Good talk. Needed to have those conversations sometimes. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for your honesty. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being here. By the way, Barry on Deck brought to you by the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident, struck by an 18-wheeler, or just need legal advice on someone that's caused you harm, call them. 713-913-GO-AP is the number. Online at aplawgroup.com. They're going to take care of you. Gilbert and Archie do a great job. I promise you that. Give them a call. Happy birthday, PK. Krista said it best. We appreciate you all. We do. We really, really do. Do me a favor. We're at 48 likes. Can we get to 50? There's 46 of you now. 2 of you have not liked this show. Do your boy a solid. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, hoes. Let's get to 50. If you haven't subscribed, do that. Tomorrow is a Fancy Friday, bitches. It's a 3-hour show if you're on the member of the Patreon. It's a 2-hour show if you're not. Either way, got a lot planned. A lot we didn't get to today that we will get to tomorrow, including that story about the Big 12 getting all wussified. We'll talk about a scandal with Wimbledon. We're going to talk about Netflix gaming. A whole lot of fun. Lawn talk and everything else. It's going to be a hoot. Don't forget Sports Right Live tonight at 7 o'clock. Twitch.tv/Sports Right Live. We're going to hang out again. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for getting me to 52 likes. I love you all very much. Until tomorrow, do me 3 favors. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. See you tomorrow. you, Justin?
Daddy's making a YouTube video.